Do you love bread but worry about your blood sugar levels? You're not alone. Bread is a staple in many diets, but for people with diabetes, it can be a hidden enemy. What if I told you there are delicious, healthier bread alternatives that won't spike your blood sugar? Welcome to Diabetes Doctor, where we simplify health and diabetes care with science-backed, easy-to-understand information. If you're tired of confusing advice about what to eat, you're in the right place. Today, we're counting down the top 5 best bread alternatives for diabetics, ranked from good to the absolute best, so stick around until the end because you don't want to miss number 1. By the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly which bread alternatives are the healthiest, most blood sugar friendly, and scientifically proven to be safe for diabetics. Ready? Let's dive in. Why regular bread is a problem. Before we talk about healthier bread alternatives, let's address the big question: why is regular bread so bad for blood sugar? Most traditional bread, especially white bread, is made from refined flour. This means all the fiber and nutrients have been stripped away, leaving behind pure starch. When you eat a slice of white bread, your body breaks it down almost as fast as pure sugar. This leads to a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, followed by a crash, making you feel tired, hungry, and craving even more carbs. Studies show that high glycemic index, GI, foods, like white bread, increase the risk of type 2 diabetes and make blood sugar harder to control for those already diagnosed. The Harvard School of Public Health states that refined grains contribute to insulin resistance, one of the biggest risk factors for diabetes. But what about whole wheat bread? Is it really that much better? Whole wheat bread is slightly better because it has more fiber, but the difference is smaller than you might think. Many commercial whole wheat breads still contain processed flour, preservatives, and even hidden sugars. That means they can still cause significant blood sugar spikes. So, what should you eat instead? That's exactly what we're here to discuss. Addressing common myths about bread and diabetes now, let's tackle some of the biggest myths about bread and diabetes. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of misinformation out there. Myth 1: gluten-free bread is automatically healthier. Gluten-free bread is often marketed as a better option, but did you know that most gluten-free breads contain just as many carbs, if not more, than regular bread? Many gluten-free breads are made with starch-heavy ingredients like rice flour, potato starch, or tapioca flour, all of which can spike blood sugar just as fast as white bread. A study published in the journal Diabetes Care found that some gluten-free products have an even higher glycemic load than their regular counterparts. So, if you're choosing gluten-free bread for blood sugar control, read the label carefully. Myth 2: whole grain bread is always a healthy choice. We touched on this earlier, but let's go deeper. Some whole grain breads do contain fiber, but many brands add extra sugar, preservatives, and processed ingredients to improve taste and shelf life. The fiber content often isn't enough to slow down digestion significantly. A study from the American Diabetes Association found that some so-called whole grain breads cause blood sugar spikes nearly as high as white bread. So, just because it says whole grain on the label doesn't mean it's truly diabetic friendly. Let's get to the straight point. Top 5 best bread alternatives for diabetics, lower blood sugar. Number 5, sprouted grain bread. The better than whole wheat when it comes to bread alternatives, sprouted grain bread is one of the first options that comes to mind. Unlike regular white or whole wheat bread, sprouted grain bread is made from whole grains that have been allowed to sprout before being ground into flour. Why is this bread better for diabetics? Sprouted grain bread has several benefits over traditional bread, especially for people with diabetes. 1. Lower glycemic index. One of the main reasons why sprouted grain bread is considered a healthier option is its lower glycemic index. The glycemic index, GI, is a measure of how quickly a food raises blood sugar levels. White bread has a GI of around 75, which is considered high. Whole wheat bread has a slightly lower GI of around 71, but that's still too high for diabetics. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism, sprouted grain bread has a glycemic index of around 50 to 55, which is significantly lower than traditional bread. This means it causes a slower and more gradual rise in blood sugar levels. The sprouting process increases the fiber and protein content of the grains, which helps slow down digestion and prevents rapid spikes in blood sugar. A study from Diabetes Care found that increasing dietary fiber intake can significantly improve blood sugar control and insulin sensitivity in people with type 2 diabetes. 1. Increased nutrient availability. Sprouting breaks down anti-nutrients like phytic acid, which can block the absorption of essential minerals like magnesium, iron, and zinc. These minerals are crucial for people with diabetes because they play a role in blood sugar regulation. Why is sprouted grain bread ranked number 5? Despite its benefits, sprouted grain bread is still made from grains, which means it contains carbohydrates. A single slice of sprouted grain bread contains around 15 grams of carbohydrates, which is not ideal for people who need to follow a low-carb diet for blood sugar control. While it is a better alternative than traditional bread, it is not the best choice for keeping blood sugar levels stable. For these reasons, sprouted grain bread ranks at number 5 on our list. It is a good alternative, but it is not the lowest carb option available. Now, let's move on to number 4, which is even better for blood sugar control. Number 4, almond flour bread, the low-carb superstar. If you are looking for a bread alternative that is truly low in carbohydrates, almond flour bread is one of the best choices. Unlike sprouted grain bread, almond flour bread is completely grain-free, making it a far superior option for blood sugar control. Why is almond flour bread a better choice? 1. Extremely low glycemic index. Almond flour has a glycemic index of less than 1, which means it has almost no impact on blood sugar levels. This is a huge improvement over sprouted grain bread and an even bigger advantage over traditional bread. Almond flour is rich in healthy monounsaturated fats and protein, both of which help slow down digestion and keep you full for longer. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that replacing carbohydrates with healthy fats from sources like almonds can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Almonds are one of the best natural sources of magnesium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in blood sugar regulation. Research from Diabetes Care has shown that people with higher magnesium intake have a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes and better overall blood sugar control. Why is almond flour bread ranked number 4? While almond flour bread is far better than sprouted grain bread, it does have a few downsides. Higher in calories. Since almond flour is made from ground almonds, it is much more calorie-dense than traditional bread. This means you have to be mindful of portion sizes, especially if you are trying to lose weight. More expensive. Almond flour can be quite expensive compared to regular flour, which makes it less accessible for some people. Despite these minor drawbacks, almond flour bread is a fantastic choice for diabetics and ranks higher than sprouted grain bread because of its lower carb content, better blood sugar control, and superior nutrient profile. Now, let's move on to number 3, which is another excellent low-carb option with unique benefits. Number 3, coconut flour bread, the gut-friendly choice. Coconut flour is another fantastic alternative to traditional bread, and it has some unique benefits that make it a great choice for diabetics. Why is coconut flour bread a great choice? 1. Extremely high in fiber. Coconut flour is one of the highest fiber flours available, containing nearly 10 grams of fiber per serving. Fiber is essential for slowing down digestion and reducing blood sugar spikes. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that increasing fiber intake can improve glycemic control and reduce fasting blood sugar levels in diabetics. 1. Low in carbohydrates. Coconut flour contains only 2 grams of net carbs per serving, making it a much better choice than sprouted grain bread. 1. Supports gut health. The high fiber content of coconut flour also supports gut health, which is important for blood sugar regulation. Research from the American Journal of Gastroenterology has shown that a healthy gut microbiome can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation. Why is coconut flour bread ranked number 3? While coconut flour bread is an excellent choice, it does have a slightly different texture compared to traditional bread, and some people may find it a bit dry. However, when baked properly, it makes a fantastic low-carb alternative. This is why coconut flour bread ranks higher than both sprouted grain bread and almond flour bread, but is still not the best option available. Number 2, flaxseed bread. The omega-3 powerhouse flaxseed bread takes the second spot on our list, and for good reason. It is low in carbs, high in fiber, and packed with powerful omega-3 fatty acids. But why is flaxseed bread such a great choice for people with diabetes? Let's break it down. 1. Low in carbs, high in fiber. One of the biggest problems with regular bread is how fast it digests. It quickly turns into sugar, causing blood sugar spikes. But flaxseed bread is different. Flax seeds are packed with soluble fiber, which slows down digestion. This means that instead of causing a sugar spike, flaxseed bread releases energy slowly, keeping blood sugar levels stable for hours. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that flaxseed consumption significantly lowers post-meal blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes. That means no sugar crashes, no sudden hunger, and no energy dips. 2. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Flaxseed is one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Why does this matter for diabetics? Omega-3s help reduce inflammation, which is a huge problem for people with diabetes. Chronic inflammation is linked to insulin resistance, meaning your body struggles to control blood sugar properly. A meta-analysis published in Diabetes Care showed that omega-3 fatty acids improve insulin sensitivity and lower fasting blood sugar levels. 3. Helps lower blood pressure and cholesterol. Diabetes and heart disease go hand in hand. But flaxseed can help. Multiple studies have found that flaxseed reduces LDL, bad cholesterol, and lowers blood pressure, both of which are major risk factors for heart disease. In a study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, people who consumed flaxseed daily saw a 10 to 15% drop in blood pressure. 4. Flaxseed bread is easy to make. Unlike other bread alternatives that require complicated ingredients, flaxseed bread is simple. You only need 1. Ground flax seeds. 2. Eggs. 3. Baking powder. 4. A little water or almond milk. Mix these together, bake, and you have a delicious, diabetes-friendly bread that's both healthy and satisfying. Number 1, Cloud Bread, the ultimate zero-carb bread. Now, we've made it to the number 1 best bread alternative for diabetics, and it's completely carb-free. That's right. Cloud bread contains 0 grains, 0 flour, and almost no carbs at all. 1. Why cloud bread is the best for blood sugar? Since cloud bread has no carbs, it doesn't cause any blood sugar spikes. It's made from just 3 simple ingredients. 1. Eggs. 2. Cream cheese. 3. A pinch of baking powder. There's no flour, no grains, and no sugar. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that low-carb, high-protein diets help people with diabetes improve blood sugar control. Since cloud bread is all protein and fat, it helps keep insulin levels stable and provides long-lasting energy. Cloud bread is high in protein. One of the biggest struggles for diabetics is feeling full after a meal. Since cloud bread is made mostly from eggs, it's packed with protein. Protein is crucial because it helps you stay full longer and prevents sugar cravings. A study in diabetes, obesity and metabolism found that high-protein diets improve blood sugar control and reduce appetite. Extremely low in calories. Cloud bread is not just zero carb, but also low in calories. A single slice of cloud bread has less than 40 calories, compared to 80 to 120 calories per slice of traditional bread. That means you can eat more without worrying about weight gain, which is especially important for diabetics. Versatile and tasty. Another reason cloud bread takes the top spot is how easy it is to use. 1. You can make sandwiches, use it as burger buns, even make low-carb pizzas. It's light, fluffy, and tastes amazing with both sweet and savory toppings. Conclusion: the best bread alternatives and what to do next. And there you have it, our top 5 best bread alternatives for diabetics. So, which one are you excited to try first? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to Diabetes Doctor and turn on notifications.